Welcome back, bandits. I'm Red Bandit, and today is 5 ways that you guys can prepare yourselves for Red Dead Online. Believe it or not, having some preparation for Red Dead Online will really give you the upper hand in navigating the map, combat, and a variety of other reasons. So if you guys enjoy this video, I hope I can earn your subscription and let me know what you enjoyed about this video or what you didn't enjoy so that we can improve next time. And of course, if you do subscribe, we'll have all the latest information and gameplay for Red Dead Online. So the first way that I'm going to tell you guys to prepare is going to be something that maybe you didn't think twice about, and that is going to be preparing for combat and fighting. In Red Dead Redemption 2 single player, we have auto aim. However, you may have noticed that the shooting in Red Dead Redemption 2 is completely different to GTA 5. And you may be thinking, alright, you're just talking about something irrelevant here. But believe it or not, there is actually ways that you can improve your shooting and combat early before Red Dead Online. The first way I'm going to tell you guys is going to be about headshots, and then we're going to talk about ammunition, because this is very important. So first of all, what you need to do is practice in single player getting those headshots. Now and then when you run out of stamina and energy in Red Dead Redemption 2 during a gunfight, you may find that your weapon starts waving around a lot, and with your character's breathing, it becomes very difficult to aim and shoot. In Red Dead Online, no doubt, if it's anything like GTA Online, people are going to be confronting you and killing you on sight. Sadly, that's just what GTA Online has become. So first of all, what I'd recommend doing is practicing headshots. What you need to do is of course lock onto an enemy and slightly move the analog stick upwards and shoot. And this takes a very good amount of preparation for both timing and accuracy, and also getting to know the different weapons. And then of course you will then eventually down the line get used to getting these headshots on time. And this is going to be extremely important from when you're coming in front of people having confrontations, and of course when other players try and confront you in a gunfight, this is going to give you the upper hand, because a headshot could literally be a matter of life or death as to whether you win these gunfights or not. Another thing to consider is also the type of ammunition. If you like to use rifles and revolvers, I would recommend using either express rounds or high velocity. Of course, in single player, these different types of rounds can be extremely helpful for different things such as hunting and other things like that. But in a game mode and online where a lot of people are hostile, you will need high velocity rounds to make sure that you can hit people riding on horses a lot easier, and of course these bullets are going to be a lot more accurate at close range. It's very unlikely that anyone's going to be sniping you early on in the multiplayer. Also, if you like using shotguns, make sure you use buckshot rounds. Buckshot rounds are highly accurate at longer ranges. Shotguns are only really used for close range combat, and in online, if you're ever forced to use a shotgun, you want to be making sure that you practice with these slug rounds, because they're much more accurate at longer range, and they're going to be tons more effective than your average round. The second way to prepare, this one's going to be rather quick than the previous one, is going to be just learning the different areas. Learn where the most important places are going to be. We know there's a gun shop in Valentine. We know there's gun shops in Saint Denis. But do you know where any other gun shops are? And do you know how to get there off by heart? Also, do you know where things such as the Trapper are going to be located? These are all things that you definitely need to know prior to Red Dead Online's release, because hunting is going to be a huge part of multiplayer and a way that you can earn cash very early on. There's even achievements that state that you need to bring a certain amount of hunted animals and skins and meat to the Trapper. So this is obviously going to give you the upper hand if you know where these are located. And also, this is going to tie into the next tip that I'm going to give you guys. It's also going to help you set up where you want your camp to be. So coming in at fact number 3, or tip number 3, learn where the best camp locations are going to be. Personally, if you asked me, where would I set up a camp in Red Dead Redemption 2? Well, I would say either very far northeastern or very far southwestern, because these areas are going to be near Annesburg and of course the Van Horn trading post, very hidden away in the northern area. But in the southern western area, you're going to have Valentine and Strawberry very close to your vicinity. And these are going to be extremely important locations for both gun shops, clothing shops, trappers, and more. Not to mention that in the northeastern part of the map, that is where one of the trappers is located, and if you're setting up near Strawberry or Valentine, sadly the closest trapper to you will be in Blackwater. So probably the northeastern area of the map is very secluded, and probably the best location that you guys are going to want to set up a camp. So go and explore and get used to those areas. The next one is going to be something I made a video on. Coming in at number 4 is going to be learn your hiding locations and places of meeting. I made a video on my channel, 10 best hiding places for Red Dead Online. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. But basically I told you guys 10 locations that you can go to in Red Dead Online and hide. That may sound like a very cowardly thing to do. However, we're not actually talking about hiding from gunfights necessarily. Maybe it's a secret location you guys want to meet with your friends. Maybe you've got a bounty on you, or maybe there's a huge lobby of griefers or trolling individuals and you just need somewhere to hide away and prepare for when they come and attack. So get to know some locations such as mine shafts, caves, secret tunnels and more, where you can use these in Red Dead Online to your advantage, and of course escape anyone on your tail and get the upper hand on the advantage and the ambush. Because if you run into a cave system and you know the variety of different exits and different hideaways in there, you can definitely use that to your upper hand. Use a shotgun or some dynamite or something extremely powerful to take out those enemies that are tailing you. And also it's just a cool place to meet up with your friends, so make sure you guys do that as well. And the final tip that I have you coming in at number 5 is going to be to learn how to bond with your horse quickly and effectively use your horse to reduce stamina usage. The thing is with horses in Red Dead Redemption 2 is if you continue to tap the whip button repetitively, of course your horse stamina goes down extremely fast. The thing is, some of you may not have realized that your horse bonding level does correlate with how much stamina the horse has. Whipping your horse to the leg movements is actually far more beneficial than just spamming the A or X button, depending on what console that you're playing on. For Xbox, for instance, to whip your horse, you will be continuously tapping A, and if you tap this A button at random speeds, your stamina will go down a lot faster than if you actually match the horse's movements itself. You want to try and be tapping A or X to the feet movements. For instance, if your horse is galloping, I would recommend waiting until it's run on its front legs, and as soon as its back legs hit the floor, then you continue to tap A, and repeat this process over and over again. It may take some practice to get the whipping and the stamina correct, and you will eventually get the hand of this, and in the process, of course, your horse bonding will improve. We know that races and race series are going to be extremely important in Red Dead Online. Even one of the achievements confirms that you need to take part in a racing series to earn that achievement. And of course, horse racing is going to be extremely difficult if you're just spamming A and then having to gallop most of the way there and wait for your horse's stamina to improve. Another tip I have is, of course, if you're doing a race in Red Dead Online, aside from moving the whipping button and doing that to the horse's movements itself, the next thing I have to recommend to you guys is now and then when your horse gets tired, hold the front right bumper, which would be R1 on PlayStation, to slow your horse down, and quickly navigate to your weapon wheel and go to the horse items, and of course feed it some food. You have to slow down before you feed your horse, however if you do so, this will increase your horse's stamina greatly. Therefore, if you're in a race and you're having a difficult time getting to first place, what you need to be making sure that you're doing is of course have a good horse bonding level, be whipping the horse to its feet movements and correlating that to the horse's stamina itself. And then finally, when your horse is eventually getting low on energy, quickly tap the front right bumper or R1 on PlayStation and feed that horse a quick bit of food, whether that be a carrot, an apple, any plants that you've picked throughout the world, and that will hopefully bring your horse's stamina up to a significant level to continue the race and hopefully secure that first place. Anyway guys, that's been 5 ways that you can prepare for Red Dead Online. I am super excited for Red Dead Online, especially how much I play GTA 5's multiplayer, which I ended up playing a ton of that. And I'm just super excited to get into the world with some of my friends, and I'm sure you guys are too. However, if you want to get the upper hand on your friends and show them some of these cool tips and tricks, then go ahead and share this video if you feel like it. And I hope that if you've enjoyed this video today, I've earned your subscription and you are looking forward to more Red Dead Online videos, which you can definitely expect to see here on this channel. I think that's about everything today that I wanted to tell you guys. So on that note, I want to say have a nice day, and I expect to see you guys hopefully in a future video, in which case I will see you guys very, very soon. Stay cool, stay awesome, and adios.